Yes, here it is, Sunday, just 20 minutes before 1 o'clock, and yeah, got flyers to drop in mailboxes, and I hope that somebody picks up what I'm trying to do. But I've been back in Australia now since the end of October last year. Nothing can happen here, I think. It's I'm number one. I'm highly educated and highly experienced. The problem is that for about the last 22 years, I was living overseas in Japan and Thailand, working at vocational colleges, and I was teaching digital transformation. My MBA is in digital transformation. I'm building AI agents now. I can build them now, and that really do improve business productivity and opportunity. But ever since I've come back here, I've felt like I don't really have a lot of time left. It's not because I don't want time. I mean, I want to stay alive, but I'm about to. Number one, I'm not happy about my circumstances, my situation at all. I was getting Centrelink, but now they're saying I may not be able to get it because I'm homeless and I don't have an address, and also I'm applying for hundreds and hundreds of jobs a week on Seek, but I never get them. I never even get replies from these jobs. I don't really understand what's going on in my own nation when an Australian citizen can't get anywhere. I've also noticed things are very wrong. I am going to end up not alive, I know that, but I still fucking try, and I don't know why. I don't know why. There's no fucking chance in this country anymore. And the reason is that what I've noticed is, in the last 20 years since I left, the changes here have been for always a net negative to the Australian citizen. Number one, we're importing tribes that have tribal behaviour, tribal customs, tribal traditions, and they don't involve anybody outside of the tribe. A couple of months ago, out of the one interviews I've had, I went there, and the HR recruiter was not Australian, and everybody else there, other than me, was not Australian, but was of the same nationality as she was. I'm not going to say they were Indian, but they were of some country. When I turned up there, I immediately knew there was no chance, because when she looked at me, she looked at me with disgust in her eyes, like I shouldn't be there. And that's what we're importing all the time. And I'm not against immigration, but it's now it's unnecessary over migration. At the same time, our government has not done anything to push for industry and production to be here in Australia. Instead, what they've done is they've looked at they want to create the bureaucracy. The Australian political system is really Liberal and Labor. And yes, you have Nationals that are attached to Liberals, and you have the radical left-wing lunatic arm of the Labor Party and the Greens attached to the Labor Party. But the thing that I noticed is the increase in the bureaucracy. That is what's most important to the political elites. And Australians, in their infinite wisdom, keep voting for these two political parties, and their affiliates. They never step outside of that. We're noticing now there may be a change, but it's too late. We've lost all the industry, but the government instead has decided to go on a path of importing unnecessary people who will maintain their tribe no matter what, and will never assist those outside of their tribe. They don't believe in human rights for people outside of their tribe. But what the government believes is this mass migration, they're going to somehow be able to create maximum taxation to be able to increase the size of the bureaucratic government. But this system will eventually break because we are noticing it now. Nobody can afford to live in homes anymore. If you're struggling, you're homeless. I've noticed more and more Australians on the streets. I don't see the migrants on the streets, but I see Australians. Like, what the fuck is going on? We are constantly being told that diversity is our strength. We're a trillion. When I left Australia 20 years ago, there was no debt. Now there's $1 trillion in debt, 8 million more unnecessary migrants, and so what happened? Well, they've been sending money back home because they only support their tribes. That's fine, but you can support your tribes from your own country, not ours. But the government has seen fit to not support like the car manufacturing. Oh, let's just get rid of that. Who gives a shit, right? We'll just import 8 million people. They'll all drive for Uber. We'll be able to get we'll be able to tax them, mass taxation, and we'll be able to continue with our bureaucratic government. So the government, the Uni Party, the Liberal Labor and their affiliates, will just create a class that is the political bureaucratic class that will be able to live. Everybody else will be in the gutter. And a few absolute business corporate elitists at the absolute top. That's not what the Australian dream was about. That's not what Australia is about. But that's it. That's my interpretation of what's going on. It's really shocking. And I know that I don't have much time left. I'm fucking exhausted every fucking day trying to get through this shit. But it's just, there's nothing out there, man. I've done this now for months and I'm not getting anywhere, and yet I am still persevering or pushing, and I am fucking about to go. I don't give a fuck. But still, I keep trying. Why the fuck do I have this spirit to keep trying when there's nothing to try for? Anyway, I've lost all my friends. Anything I've ever loved has left me, you know. There's not much left in me. I'm fucking ready to go, right? But I want to thrive and prosper, but I don't think it can happen anymore. I'm fucking exhausted. You know, I actually got inquiries about my own business through Facebook and Instagram. Then suddenly the fucking AI, Facebook and Instagram takes me out of the game. And I lost all those people that were messaging me about AI. And I'm like, oh, fuck, you know, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. And, you know, I'm screaming in my fucking soul for something to work. But there's nothing. And you try to remain composed and normal like. But and you know, you got to put on this face in front of everyone. This lie. You can't tell them the truth. Because it's too confronting for people to manage. So anyway, I don't have anything left in me, but I don't know why. There's some spirit left, but everything I'm doing, it's crushing me and crushing me. And every single time I think about it for 5 minutes, I just want to find a cliff and jump. I'm trying to stay alive, and it's just this country, man. Something fucking happened, you know. My family don't give a fuck. I've lost everything. There's no point in going on, but I keep trying, and it's just amazing why somebody keeps trying when they know they're losing at every single battle that they fight. You know, I don't know what to do anymore. And and unfortunately I don't have family to understand, because my brother is so successful, you know, CEO of his own financial company, financial advisor of the year or something. My father was a barrister, and they don't know what I'm going through. They keep calling me lazy, and I've heard that shit before, and I'm like, you motherfuckers have no idea what the fuck I'm going through. Nobody does. Nobody listens to you. And yeah, I'm at the point where I don't know. I've got very little time left, and I'm going to lose now more, because Centrelink keep, like, what they're going to require me to do is actually going to hinder my chances of getting employment or starting my own business, because they only care about keeping the bureaucracy alive. So it's not my life that matters. It's about the bureaucracy. So if my life is consumed by the bureaucracy, that's okay, because there'll be another person coming along who will require who will be required by the bureaucracy to do specific things to keep the bureaucracy alive. And you're like, fuck! I didn't want this, you motherfuckers! But you know, there's not much you can do. I really don't want to be around anymore. I realize it's going to get worse, but I can't. I just have this spirit little bit left in me. Anyway, I got to get out, put these flyers in letterboxes. Fuck, I'm not giving up. But I just feel like the pressure is coming to a point where I'm just going to go, you know what? Goodbye. I tried as hard as I could. I could never get anywhere. And any time I think about it, I break down. It's so bad in my head now. I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I haven't gone already, but, you know, human spirit. But I'm ready to go. I may fucking just, I don't know, something's going, you know, everything's wrong. And nothing's working. And there's no help. There's no fucking help. Oh, fuck, I've asked. There's nothing. It's just about feeding the bureaucracy. That's all I give a fuck about. And there's nothing out there. Anyway, I better go. I better put this shit in the mailboxes. I'm going to break. I'm going to break soon. Anytime I think about it, I'm going to break. But it doesn't matter as long as I keep feeding the bureaucracy until the end. You know, that's all that matters in life now. Anyway. It doesn't matter. Alright, I gotta get out and do this thing. So, yep, that's that.